And now, like a supermodel's vagina, let's all give a warm welcome to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, it wasn't always like that. Gisele Bündchen and Leonardo DiCaprio dated for 5 years. Age difference, 5 years. Wait, what? Yes, you heard that right. He was 25 and she was 20. So what happened to the aughts' hottest celebrity couple? The first time they broke up, she was bored. They gave it another go.
Oh my gosh, I remember bawling my eyes out when I was
I have no
a girl.
comment.
Being,
That's telling, I think.
that is the biggest controversy.
Once upon a time, Leonardo DiCaprio was in a committed relationship with Gisele Bündchen. From about 2000 to 2005, Leo and Gisele were one of Hollywood's it couples.
I met him a few months ago with one of my best friends in New York, and he was just like a very nice guy. And he's almost my age, so we kind of got along together.
During this time, Leo starred in The Aviator, Catch Me If You Can, and Gangs of New York. As for Gisele, this era marked the beginning of her dominating the runway. In 2002, she became the world's highest paid model, a title she held for 15 years. It's rumored that DiCaprio saw Bündchen walk at a runway show and sought her out. Well, sounds about right. As evidenced by Leo's long and very predictable dating history, the Titanic star has no problem meeting models. Leo's relationship with Gisele marks an important moment in his relationship history. The model was, essentially, the last age-appropriate woman he ever dated. She also made history as the only woman, besides his mom, to accompany the ladies' man to the Oscars, a title she carries to this day. After Gisele, he moved on to a slew of 20-something models, including his current girlfriend, 24-year-old Camilla Morrone. Leo is 47 now. All that considered, the actor says he had better success meeting girls before Titanic. It seems like he hasn't changed much since then, though. The pair split briefly in 2002, reportedly because Gisele was a bit bored with Leo. A November 2002 W magazine piece explained that the lovebirds had broken up the previous summer after 2 years of dating. They haven't had a big argument or anything like that, an insider said. It's just that Gisele was getting a bit bored and wanted to move on. At that time, Bündchen stated she had no time for relationships. Boys are cute, she said. No time for boys. There's nothing else to say. Leo simply refused to talk about it at the time. Despite being a rising star, the media wasn't really interested in Gisele's relationships until she was linked to Leonardo DiCaprio, naturally. And all the photographic proof in the world wouldn't make her talk about her personal life. For example, a 2000 Rolling Stone profile detailed how the supermodel avoided talking about it while on a Brazilian talk show. The host showed images of Gisele and Leo hanging out at the beach. When asked if that was her boyfriend, she didn't answer the question. Wow, actually I've been looking for a boyfriend, and you could totally be my boyfriend, she said. However, in the same profile, she criticized the notion that they made a great couple for marketing reasons. Some people are saying we're a great couple in terms of marketing, she said. That's stupid. He doesn't need me, and I don't need him. Because I got where I am without him, and he got where he is without me. By mid-2003, they were back on. Maybe Leo got less boring? And seemingly very serious about each other. Rumors that they couldn't be happier together and that they were inching closer to holy matrimony were swirling around. And though they didn't marry in 2003, they reportedly visited Machu Picchu and rode bikes in New York. A year later, they were even stronger. Gisele moved to LA for Leo, the first love of my life, but decided to return to New York. 2 of her horses and 3 of her dogs stayed behind with the actor, one of which was with DiCaprio post-split until at least 2009. In 2004, rumors of marriage were growing stronger as well. People, for example, reported that Leo had purchased a custom-made Neil Lane diamond ring. In the first part of 2005, Leo and Gisele even attended the Oscars together, though despite the very public outing, they called it quits the same year. They began dating other people shortly after. Leo went on to date Barafelli, and Gisele eventually began dating now-husband Tom Brady. During Gisele's relationship with Leo, she began to suffer from panic attacks and thoughts about leaving this world.
For 1 second in my mind, I was like, because I lived in the 9th floor, it crossed my mind, and I think that, if I jump, it would all be over. And then, sorry.
She was doing exceptionally well in her career, But her mental and physical health was suffering. She felt powerless in her own body. I had been smoking cigarettes, drinking a bottle of wine, and 3 mocha frappuccinos every day, and I gave up everything in one day, the model told People. I thought, if this stuff is in any way the cause of this pain in my life, it's gotta go. Another lifestyle choice that didn't make the cut? Leo. In a conversation with Porter magazine, Bündchen revealed that she felt like she had no one to share anything with despite being in a relationship with DiCaprio. When I was going through my panic attacks, I didn't even feel like I could share with anyone. I thought maybe I don't have the right. Everybody is going through so many difficult things in the world, and I don't have the right to feel this way.
Living like this was very hard because it was like I was trapped and I couldn't breathe, and even outside of my own balcony.
So she suppressed it, and the more she suppressed it, the bigger it became. Giselle further revealed that the doctor prescribed her to take Xanax, but she chose to lead a healthy lifestyle by changing her ways instead. Rather than living out of a suitcase, subsisting on frappuccinos, cigarettes, and wine, the Victoria's Secret model decided to cut back on her work, along with sugar, caffeine, and alcohol. Instead, she dove into yoga and meditation and spent more time with her family. Bündchen ultimately got candid about why they broke up with the former beau. In her book titled Lessons, My Path to a Meaningful Life, the model wrote that she felt Leonardo DiCaprio was no longer right for her. No longer numbing myself with smoking, drinking, and too much work, I was becoming more and more aware of things that I'd chosen not to look at. Was I alone in wanting to do some serious soul-searching while he stayed the same? In the end, unfortunately, the answer was yes. With Giselle feeling alone in her new life's journey, the pair decided to part ways. We can only guess who said, "We need to talk." Years later, Giselle called her ex a really wonderful person and explained that she respected him and his environmental work. Everyone who crosses our path is a teacher. They come into our lives to show us something about ourselves, she explained. And I think that's what he was. What is good versus bad? I honor him for what he was. Bündchen was the world's highest paid model from 2002 until 2017. Like DiCaprio, she's also an avid philanthropist and activist.
For me, being in nature is a huge part of living a healthy and joyful life.
Giselle's been a UN Goodwill Ambassador since 2009 and joined the Rainforest Alliance Board of Directors in 2014. 4 years after splitting from Leo, Giselle got married to Tom Brady, who she met on a blind date. And ever since then, the two have been madly in love. They welcomed their son Benjamin that same year and their daughter Vivian 3 years later. In Lessons, Bündchen writes that Brady is someone you can count on. It's a quality I hadn't experienced in any of my other romantic relationships. I love my husband, and most of all, I trust him. With Tom, who provides our family with a stable foundation, I'm able to create a home. Before she was married, the supermodel was linked to Captain America, Chris Evans. However, Bündchen denies ever dating Evans, being totally unfazed about it. If everything that's written about me was true, I'd have about 10 kids and I'd be married 5 times, one of them with some actor named Chris Evans, whose name I heard for the first time 2 hours ago, she told Arena magazine.
Did you see this? There are rumors that Leonardo DiCaprio is now on Tinder.
The Oscar winner's dating history, on the other hand, has often made him a punching bag for fellow celebrities, including Tina Fey and Ricky Gervais. While introducing him at the 2014 Golden Globe Awards, the 30 Rock creator said, "And now, like a supermodel's vagina, let's all give a warm welcome to Leonardo DiCaprio." 6 years later, The Office alum joked at the same award show, and Leo has never really been fazed by that.
Once upon a time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long, Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him.
He gave Faye a thumbs up on stage and laughed in the audience after Gervais' shout-out. After a string of flings and relationships, it looks like DiCaprio has finally settled down with his girlfriend of 4 years, Camila Morrone. Leo has never loved a girl like this, a source exclusively told us in 2018. They have been traveling the world together and adopted 3 dogs, all huskies. Then again, the 47-year-old actor has never dated anyone over the age of 25. In fact, 3 times he has ended a relationship with a woman before her 26th birthday. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. That's all we have for you today, Juicers. As always, thanks for choosing us. Spread the word and don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell for more celebrity stories. And we'll be right back. Be well and be kind.